Good morning, everyone. We are Team 1 at Uber headquarters and we are thrilled to relaunch Uber in Lagos, Nigeria, with UberB being our innovative plan. As you may or may not know, Uber is a side hailing service with operations in over 10,000 cities with a valuation of $65 billion. The global rideshare industry is worth $32 billion, and Africa makes up to 12% of that number, which is why since 2014 we have been making an effort to establish ourselves in the African continent, and thankfully we have some success so far. For example, we have expanded to 21 cities in South Africa, 4 in Nigeria and Kenya, and 2 in Ghana. However, going forward, we are trying to focus on expanding our market share in Nigeria because Nigeria currently makes up 9% of the ride sharing market in Africa. 9% may sound small or even unimpressive right now, but keep in mind that Nigeria has the largest economy in Africa as well as the largest population. Furthermore, through our research and interviews, we are pretty confident that this number will grow significantly in a few years. This is because, according to Atta, our interviewee and operation manager at Uber Africa, the two major barriers to scaling ride sharing services like Uber in Nigeria are: 1. Many cars do not meet Uber standard for ensuring safety and security of people and packages, and people lack the financial resources to get better cars. Altogether, this has led to driver shortage, slowing the growth of this industry. And secondly, the industry is still relatively new, and Nigerians typically have trust issues, which doesn't play well for starting a service that requires you to enter a stranger's car or trust them with your goods. However, Uber has two main strengths that makes us confident in our ability to succeed in this market. First is our partnership with Move, which provides car financing in Africa. This service lowers the barrier to getting a new car for Nigerian citizens, and for Uber, this would mean having more eligible drivers, solving the shortage issue. Our second strength lies in our brand. We understand that people are still untrusting when it comes to ride sharing services. However, Uber's brand is globally recognized and is known for its emphasis on trust, security, and convenience. So, in a sea of competitors, we likely have an advantage. And as a side note, our research shows that Nigerians have a negative perception of public transport in Nigeria and would avoid it if they could. This makes it likely to see a rise in ride sharing usage in the coming years. Therefore, all these factors combined lead us to predict a future where the ride sharing market in Nigeria makes up to 40% of the African ride sharing market by the year 2030. This is why it is important for us to establish ourselves firmly very early on in this market. And to do that, our plan is to re enter this market by focusing on what's driving the Nigerian economy, which is small to medium sized businesses. Currently, they make up to almost 50% of the country's GDP, despite severe challenges that makes it almost impossible to succeed.
Meet Kafilat Ayeni, one of Nigeria's budding entrepreneurs. She's making her way into the global market with her agro products. However, like many growing businesses in Nigeria, she's facing several challenges.
If at all this place is solar powered today, the cost of my production will be about 40% gone.
Wow. By simply having an alternate power source like solar reduces Halifax cost by 40%, which for a small business owner is huge. And Halifax is not alone. In our efforts to understand the cultural context and needs of small to medium-sized businesses in Lagos, Nigeria, we sent out a survey and received 63 responses that communicated similar things. Generally, the biggest challenges that they face are getting goods to customers on time, getting supplies from vendors on time, exposure, infrastructure, specifically the lack of electricity, and some others. Uber is uniquely positioned to address some of these challenges, which is why today we are excited and proud to introduce to you UberB, our innovative plan to re-enter the Nigerian market and empower small businesses. With plans starting at just 40,000 naira a month, which is the equivalent of $50, small to medium-sized businesses in Nigeria will have access to a suite of business solutions that addresses some of their major challenges. By subscribing to UberB, these businesses in Lagos will have access to 4 main features among others. These are Uber Connect, which provides same-day delivery to customers using both cars and motorcycles; Uber Freight, which provides timely supply delivery from vendors; Uber Ads, which will help drive exposure and awareness; and my personal favorite, Electricity Solutions, which is our partnership with several electricity solution providers to provide discounts and financing for alternative power sources like inverters and solar. And this will help to reduce the cost for people like Halifax. We would also be partnering with the Lagos State government to ensure that UberB is eligible for the Lagos State Entrepreneurs Trust Fund, which provides leverage and access to funds for small to medium-sized businesses in Nigeria. This partnership will make UberB even more affordable to these entrepreneurs.
But as we know, no good plan comes without its challenges. Global economic trends such as inflation, currency fluctuation, and trade policies could affect the local market. Political instability in other parts of the world could have a ripple effect on the Nigerian economy, which affects the operation of small businesses and in turn their willingness to use UberB services. Some of our competitors are DHL, Quick Delivery, and Gokada. DHL has preferential rates and perfect customer support, while Quick Delivery can deliver any package size and delivers within maximum 2 hours, and Gokada delivers large fleet of drivers limited to motorcycles, not sustainable for every customer and product. No one offers a one-stop shop solution, which makes us different in the market.
We can't enter the Lagos market successfully without paying attention to cultural considerations, and we thought we'd share our best one with you. We allow people who express their feelings easily, like telling someone that they're fat. A small business owner from our survey. While this was the funniest response we received in our survey, societal norms are different in Nigeria and must be considered when marketing UberB. The first is trust and the informal economy. Corruption doesn't only exist in high levels, but also in day-to-day. While businesses will often have the official process on paper to get things done, bribes are expected behind the scenes to actually achieve almost anything. Secondly, internet scams are still rampant, and so people place more trust in information gotten from traditional sources like news outlets, TV, and billboards compared to digital. And third, several survey respondents highlighted the importance to brand UberB as a solution for everyone and not one that only favors a particular group. With this in mind, we would advertise UberB through several channels, placing higher weight on TV and newspaper ads, billboards, and word-of-mouth marketing like guerrilla marketing.
Our timeline consists of 4 major events. By October of this year, we aim to get permits and establish collaborations with electricity solution providers by December, as well as recruiting and hiring local drivers for our services. We will start the year of 2024 by advertising for UberB and launch by May. Our finances give an overview of our revenue, costs, and income, which makes up our business model. Our revenue comes from the percentage we will collect from drivers, which is 25% per delivery, as well as our service package, which comes in a subscription of $50 per month. The initial launch requirement gives an overview of detailed costs that are categorized into operation and support, sales and marketing, research and development, and general and administrative costs. We expect a net income of 31 million. Our contingency plan focuses on 3 main shifts. First, decreasing features and focusing on necessary ones. 2, creating more partnerships with local organizations to show support for small businesses. And 3, expanding Uber Connect to other major cities in Nigeria. To wrap it up, here's a preview of our latest ad for UberB.
When you are a small business owner in Nigeria, logistics is not always easy. With the tap of a phone, get your products packed, sent, and delivered to the door of your customer, empowering one business at a time. UberB.